Thank you for clicking play on the video. I'd like to ask you to click the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so that you can get alerted every time we bring out great content. Thanks. Hey comic fans, thank you and welcome back to What's in the Monster Marvel Collection X-Men Edition. Well, that's what we're going to call it anyway. Bought a huge collection. This is your first time watching and getting caught up. I bought a huge collection of Marvel Silver and Bronze Age books. And we're going through and we're showing off some of the keys. And this one is going to be specific to the X-Men. So we'll get started with that. There were a couple of earlier issues. There was an 8 and a 9 that were kind of But we did get an issue number 10. This is the first appearance of Kazar and Zabu. Pretty solid condition except for this little sticker that got placed on top of the cover. So we're going to see if we can actually get that kind of peeled off a little bit and clean it up, make it a little bit nicer. This one was in pretty solid condition. Sorry about that. This is issue number 12. This is the first appearance of the Juggernaut, Kane Marco. Huge book. Huge not because of the character, but huge because it's getting great values. It's really going up there. And if you can get a copy now, because when these guys hit the MCU, it's going to be all bets off, right? It's going to be whatever the stuff goes for. Speaking of which, there's another one that's a big favorite for X-Men fans. This is issue number 14. This is the first appearance of the Sentinels. Sadly, this book is missing a page. Evidently, our friend who had the collection liked to cut things out. And we'll get to another, probably the most tragic one of those coming up soon. But we've got that, and then we have, this is issue number 15. And this is, I believe, this is the first appearance of Master Mold, which is the giant Sentinel creating Sentinel. This, again, also missing a page, which is very sad. So it really brings down the value, if you can imagine, right? Because it's incomplete. Sorry about that again. All right. Now, getting into some more fun. This is issue number 16. This is the death of the Master Mold, who we don't see again for quite some time until they probably construct another one. I have never been able to find, I think it's this book, or I can never remember. It's either this book or it's 15. I think it's 15 because 15 was in a really bad shape, that first Master Mold. I can never find that in a high grade, something like even like a VG or better, right? It's like usually less than a 3. It's pretty ugly. This is a great one. This is issue number 19. This is the first appearance of Mimic. Now, Mimic didn't really kind of get a fair shake. He showed up twice in the Silver Age, and then really wasn't heard from again. I don't think he died, but something happened to him. I gotta be honest, it's been so long since I read him, I forget what it was. But he did actually show up in the Exiles series. I want to say that was in the early 2000s. Great series. Honestly, really solid series where they went to different universes and they picked up stray mutants that should be dead or whatnot. But yeah, if you get a chance to check it out, read it, check it out. Exiles. This is probably one of the best ones in the lot. Nice high grade. This is X-Men number 28, the first appearance of the Banshee. Again, he showed up in the Fox movies. I thought they did a great job with it. I was really upset that they had him killed off by the second movie. Really kind of a shame. But these are good, solid Marvel X-Men keys that you're going to want to be looking for, especially prior to any real news coming out. Obviously, the ones that are really huge right now have been X-Men number 1 and giant-sized X-Men number 1, and of course Hulk 181, right, for obvious reasons. Here's a good one. This is issue number 35, featuring Spider-Man. And as Stanley would say, any series that wasn't doing well, you add Spider-Man and sales go up. But Spider-Man was not Spider-Man in this. Spider-Man was actually the Changeling, who kind of, if you watch the animated series, was Morph, right? This is issue number 39. This is the first time the X-Men get their new costumes, right? So the iconic costumes of the 60s, 70s, and early 80s for some. Like Cyclops' costume didn't change for a long time. Jean Grey, she's a girl, right? Her costume changes all the time. But classic, they brought it back in the current Powers of 10 what was it? Yeah, the current running X-Men series, which is eluding me right now. Don't blame me for that one. This is a great book. This is X-Men number 40. This is the first appearance of Frankenstein's monster in Marvel Comics. Right? So no matter what anybody else tells you, that is the actual first appearance of Frankenstein's monster in Marvel Comics. Now, he shows up in a few other things. I want to say, I think he was in Legion of Monsters. But he definitely shows up in his own series called Frankenstein's Monster later on, which is also a really cool run. Covers in art by Mike Plug. He's fantastic when it comes to the horror stuff. But this is the big one to get here. This is, and get it now while you can still get it, right? Because I have a feeling about Marvel Monsters going places. Right, I'm not going to talk about that because that's speculation. I don't do speculation, but I have a feeling, so I've been making sure that I get them myself because I dig them. Right? Why not? Now, here's another great book. This is X-Men number 49. Now, there is a big debate on 49 and 50, which 50 was sadly not in this particular collection. Right? It's a great Steranko cover. I'll show it up over here. Great Steranko cover. I mean, great Steranko cover. Really iconic, all green, very cool. So this is actually the first appearance of Lorna Dane. Lorna Dane becomes Polaris in issue number 50, and she's on the cover really as Polaris in her iconic, face tiara kind of thing. But this is where she first shows up, and we find out that she's got green hair, and wow, that's pretty cool. So issue number 49, great copy of that. Let's see, what are we moving on to now? This X-Men collection went into it stopped before issue 94, sadly. But it went through all of the really, all the key issues here. Well, a large chunk of the key issues here in the Silver Age and into the reprints. Now, the reprints get a lot of negativity, which I think is horrible. Because, number one, as a collector, the thing you should know, yes, they are reprints. Number two, they are reproduced covers, so the cover art isn't identical. Number three, much lower print run than the original books themselves. And number four, you can usually get them in high grade too, which is excellent. But every collector is different, right? I don't remember the name of this guy on the cover. I want to say it's Ahab, but I think I'm wrong. This is issue number 51. This is a beautiful copy. And pretty sure it's Neil Adams artwork. If not, it's Steranko. No, it's a Steranko cover. Yeah, Steranko right here. Steranko did these great covers. So he did 49, he did 50, he did 51, and he did a few more. But we get Neil Adams starting with issue number 54. Now, this is the first appearance and origin of Alex Summers and the Living Pharaoh. And you got the Living Pharaoh on the front. Now, those of you who don't know who Alex Summers is, you should look it up, right? He's Havoc, right? And Havoc is my favorite mutant, right? Absolutely my favorite X-Man all time. Don't ask me why. He's just awesome, right? Probably because the guy can blow up a mountain. Lots of power locked into that guy. Issue number 55, and I was sad to say, we did not have issue 56, which is the first appearance of Havoc in costume, big face on the cover, great Neil Adams cover, great Neil Adams character, right, created by Neil Adams. Yeah, that was really unfortunate on my end. I have a nice copy, but I was really looking for a nice high-grade copy, but didn't happen. But we do have issue number 57, Return to the Sentinels. Again, great Neil Adams cover. These are all great books. So keep in mind, all right, note the covers, right? This is a great storyline here. Everything from pretty much 49 down is still a really solid storyline. No 60, which is the first appearance of Sauron, but we did have this guy right here. This is issue number 63, and what I love about this is when the X-Men go to the Savage Land, right? And they go after Magneto, and they end up blowing up like his mountain lair or something like that. Trying to remember exactly the keys to that, but I want to say he kidnapped Jean. So you got Kazar guest starring in this one, but I want to say like the last time Magneto is seen in a long time right after this, right? Because everybody thought it was dead. This is a near mint copy. This is a 9.4 range copy. This is going to go to CGC because I want to see what this comes back at. And there was a lot of books in this collection that were really damaged. There's a lot of books that were near mint, right? So that's one of the beautiful things about this collection is that, you know, you got both sides of it, right? So a lot of really great stuff in here. Last couple that we're going to talk about here. This is Amazing Adventures number 11. This is also a nice, very high grade copy. And getting high grades on this guy is definitely hard because the black border on it, right? It'll tend to show every single nook, crack, cranny, and anything you can think of. But best thing about this is it's the first appearance of Beast when he became furry, right? And in Hulk fashion, right, he's gray first, right? My kid actually pointed this out to me. He's like, yeah, does every monster start off gray? And I'm like, no, but everybody knows Beast is being blue. And that iconic blue happened in Amazing Adventures number 15 when he continued to mutate and his fur changed color. Either that or he ate a whole bunch of blueberries. I don't know. I don't remember from the story. I don't always have time to read everything. But best part about this is that issue number 15 is the first appearance of the blue furry beast. Issue number 11, first appearance of the furry beast. And this is just a kick-ass, really high-grade copy. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with more great books from this collection, so stay tuned. Thanks.